Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Soulfax, and welcome to another episode of Mondays with Soulfax. It is, of course, Monday. In today's episode, we'll be talking about video games, YouTube, and just about anything else. So just stay tuned. We're going to play some music, and then we will be right back after this break. Yeah. I don't know, I've been messing about with these kind of weird video intros for a while now. But anyhow, my name is Soulfax. Welcome everybody to another episode of Mondays with Soulfax. Hope you had a great week. I didn't have an especially good week, and I will talk about why. But before we start, I need to apologize for the lack of Mondays with Soulfax last week. Now, the reason why I didn't upload Mondays with Soulfax is pretty simple. I already had a video that I was trying to create, and I was trying to render, and my computer was just not playing along. It was being a right old douchebag, as it usually is. So let's start at the beginning. So for a while now, I've been working on the 4th volume of A Grain of Truth, and I was done with that volume on Sunday. And I usually record Mondays with Soulfax on a Sunday, so I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm done with this video, I just need to render it and upload it, and then I can do Mondays with Soulfax, and it's going to be ready for Monday, like it usually is. And then I tried to render this 4th episode of A Grain of Truth, and it was just not happening. It was just literally not happening because this computer, like I said, is an absolute piece of shit when it comes to rendering software. Not rendering software, excuse me. When it comes to rendering things with rendering software. It's just, I've talked about this a couple of times already, and I really don't want to retread old memories of talking about this. And just to tell you very shortly, this computer has a problem where when I try to render a video, it decides to sometimes crash the computer, and other times it doesn't. And lately, it's been crashing more than not crashing. So it's kind of hard to make videos without getting extremely frustrated, because when I spend 12 hours making a video, I want to render it, and when the computer is like, oh, you just spent like 2 weeks working on this video, nope, no fucking rendering for you, go fuck yourself. So yeah, that's very annoying. And I realize now that I didn't actually tell you why there was no Mondays with Soulfax. So I was trying to render the video, and because I couldn't render A Grain of Truth, the last episode of A Grain of Truth, I just didn't even bother making Mondays with Soulfax. I was so focused on trying so many different things to render this fucking video so I can get it uploaded for you guys and finally finish this whole saga of A Grain of Truth, that I just said like, no, Mondays with Soulfax is going to have to wait until next Monday. And it did wait, and here it is. It's Monday, and here's Mondays with Soulfax. I really do hope that I manage to render this video properly. If I don't, I'm just going to be very, very upset, because it's just so upsetting. I can't even explain why it's so upsetting, but it is so fucking annoying. Like, I think you can imagine when you spend a lot of time working on something, and when in the end, when there is just this one little thing that you need to do in order to finish this project, and it's just not happening, I think you know how fucking frustrating and upsetting that is. Like, I literally go from high intensity hyped when I'm rendering a video to when the PC crashes, I go to like literally washed out and so annoyed and just lifeless. And I just sometimes I wish I don't even make these videos, because it takes so much out of me when the computer crashes 5 to 6 times in a row and I try to render it, that I just get annoyed, and I just think that why am I even bothering with these YouTube videos? Why am I doing this to myself? But in the end, I managed to get it rendered, I managed to upload it, and it's good. It's good. The 4th volume, excuse me, of A Grain of Truth really turned out very well, and I'm actually pleased with it. Except the end of the video didn't turn out that well, because I couldn't make myself go back and redo the scenes and record more scenes. So there are a couple of repeated scenes in the last of the video, and I was kind of stuck on the last part of the video because I couldn't literally pull it off in the game. I literally couldn't pull it off in the game, so that was a little bit of a mountain to succumb. But I did it, and all in all, I'm very pleased with how the 4th volume turned out, and I'm also very pleased with how the whole freaking story, how all the 4 volumes turned out, because I didn't talk about this in the past, but my plan was to take all the 4 volumes after I finished them and make them into one big video that I upload onto YouTube, so people have the choice between watching one big whole video in one big whole sitting, or watching 4 videos in 4 sittings, so if you get what I mean. But what happened is very unfortunate. My hard disk, my external hard disk on which I used to store all of my videos, decided to have an aneurysm and commit seppuku. It just decided to kill itself. It's not broken. No, it's not broken. I'm still using it. But for some reason, a couple of days ago, it decided to delete everything that was on it. I don't know why. There were like 260 gigabytes of games and videos on that, and it's just like, nope, I don't want these things on me. Go fuck yourself. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing, but there is still the option of downloading my own videos from YouTube, so I did that. I downloaded all the 4 episodes. Excuse me, I keep saying episodes when it's volumes. 4 volumes of Mondays with Soul. 4 volumes of Grain of Truth. And then again, I tried to render them, and then again, my computer said, nope, it's not happening. Yeah. I can't tell you how frustrating that is. It's so hard for me to describe how frustrating it is. When you put 2-3 days work, like 2-3 days solid work into a video, and then you can't show it to people, you can't fucking finish it. That is the most frustrating thing that I've ever come across. I'm not shitting you, that is the most frustrating thing ever. Like literally, I'm not just overblowing the situation or over exaggerating. I'm telling you that is so frustrating that it makes me almost want to fucking cry when it happens. So yeah, but moving on. Okay, so let's talk about something that is a little bit more personal here, because that is also something that's been on my mind lately and has been causing me some stress and anxiety. I don't know if I should talk about this simply because I don't want to burden you with my own problems, because like you're just an innocent listener who came here for a good time, and then I started to talking about real shit and shit that is sometimes it's just making me anxious and stressed out, and I need to deal with it before something bad happens. So couple of months back, like the end of last year, me and a couple of friends decided to join the gym. And when you join this particular gym, it is very cheap in comparison to other gyms. Well, it's relatively cheap and it offers relatively good service, so we decided to go with it. But one of the cons of joining this gym is that you had 2 options. You could either pay monthly fee every month without no contract, that is a little bit higher than the contracted fee. But we decided to go for the contracted fee because it's a little bit less, it's a little bit cheaper. And the contract lasted 6 months, and we needed to pay 200 kunas each month. So that is, how much is that? Even like $30, $40? It's around 35 bucks, or I would say 20 euros. Yes, so 30 bucks, 20 euros, around that price. So it's not a lot, but it's still a decent sum of money. So a couple of months passed and I paid for 3 months, but then I had to quit my job. So that was at that time. I quit my job and I had no more money and I just did not pay the bills. And now suddenly a couple of days ago, I got a letter in the mail saying that, hey dude, you need to pay this shit. Otherwise we're going to foreclose your account and maybe even go to court for this, to pursue you for the rest of the money. And the exact amount of the money is almost 100 bucks. So around 80 euros, 100 bucks. And that to a person that doesn't have a steady income like I do, like I don't have a single source of income because I'm not employed currently, is a big problem. And I need to figure this out in the next couple of days, otherwise they're going to foreclose whatever account that I can find that is registered to my name, and even worse, they're going to be pursuing me legally. So that is even more cost to me, and it's not something that I want to go through. So yeah, but I did really brought this upon myself because firstly I should have stayed on my job and should have at least had some income so I can pay for that shit. And secondly, there's an option that you could cancel your subscription, but I thought that I will be able to get the money and start going to the gym again, but in the end it kind of all fell through. So that is also another thing that's been on my mind. And some mornings when I get up, these things really get to me. Like literally get to me. I go, I make coffee, I sit on the balcony with a smoke in my hand, and I just think about, what if I just fucking kill myself right now? That would make all of my problems go away. And I think a lot of people experience the same thing, that you just jokingly think to yourself, what would happen if I kill myself right now? Wouldn't that just make all of my problems go away? Like, you need to go to the store, but you really don't want to go to the store, but you really want some chips. And then you think to yourself, what if I just kill myself? That would make this whole situation non-existent. Yeah, I know it's kind of a dark subject, talking about killing yourself and laughing at it at the same time, but don't worry, I don't have any suicidal thoughts or feelings. It's just something, I think that a lot of people experience this, because laziness in the modern generation, in my generation, is one of the most pronounced traits that my generation has. My generation is extremely lazy, and that includes me. I am a lazy piece of shit, and that is a fact that I can deal with, but I need to surmount it, and I need to work on my own laziness for my own sake and for the sake of everybody that I live with. But yeah, on that very dreary and dark note, we're going to be ending this Mondays with Soulfax. Hope you enjoyed this week, and I hope you enjoy the next week that's following. Until next Monday, my name has been Soulfax, and I will see you then. Bye bye.